Good morning, brothers. I'm sorry, it's afternoon. You caught me on chore day. My mind is in 1,000 different places right now. But I know I missed last month. I can't even remember the last video I shot. I'll be quite honest with you. The canine world down here in Pima County, if you haven't heard, exploded in the wrong way. One of my dogs from my unit was shot. And he faces a very long recovery. He survived an emergency surgery, but he's got a long road ahead of him, and we're not certain what the future holds at this point. So we had that happen. Then I ran up to Phoenix for the Desert Dog Canine Trials that I was a judge for. Ended up taking a live bite from Canine Kenzo from the Pima County Sheriff's Department, and subsequently we come back home and Kenzo was killed during an area search. And when I say kill, he was killed by the suspect. So I know many of you have been through similar. Unfortunately for me, this isn't my first line of duty canine death, and I can tell you, man, they hurt pretty bad. And so I've been, it's just been one thing after the other, especially for my unit. The last 18 months for my particular canine unit has been tremendously difficult. And it's like it just doesn't stop. So we're plugging along. Like that's all we can do at this point. But so moving on, let's talk about FOP stuff. So I'll let you guys know that Brother Thornton and I went up to Phoenix. We had a meeting with APA and IAFF, the firefighters union. And the entire conversation was specifically about tiers 2 and 3. I know I told you guys that we were going to introduce a bill just to straight eliminate the age limit on tiers 2 and 3. I'm not telling you that we're not going to do that, but I am telling you that we are looking at options. We're going to be meeting with a collective group of first responder unions. I believe this is the first time in a long time that we've had these meetings, and we are going to come to a hopefully collective agreement on how to attack this, because I got to tell you guys, we got a lot of pushback already, just from the concepts that have been floated. Like we haven't introduced a bill, we haven't written the bill yet, and the concept was just kind of floated, and we've already received tons of kickback. So it is our feeling, and it is my feeling that the only way we're going to beat this tier 2, tier 3 thing is if we all, the entire first responder union network, if we all go in there with one united front, one united voice, and we attack things one at a time. The good news is we have time, right? Tiers 2 and tiers 3 aren't eligible for retirement yet, so we have time to, if we have to, we can like whittle it down, whittle until we finally get to the point that we all want to be. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to kill it all in one day. I will tell you the reason we're getting so much kickback. This year, you're going to find out here shortly that the state of Arizona is going to have a deficit. It's estimated to be around $400 million. Next year, though, the bigger problem is they're estimating it to be $600 to $800 million as a deficit. So that obviously works against us when we're talking about retirement system, basically putting money back in people's pockets. It makes it much more difficult for us to win that battle. So that's why we've collected up with all these other groups, and we're going to keep meeting, and we're going to try and formulate a plan to move forward. So I'll keep you informed on that. Again, I'm not saying we are not going to put forth the bill that we already talked about. We'll see. I have high hopes for this collective group, and I hope that we can come to an agreement on something that is at least a big enough bite of the apple that I can present it to you guys and feel confident that it's a big enough bite that you guys don't blow me up and yell and scream at me, because that's what I would do if I was a tier 2, tier 3 guy and like, what the heck, now we're not going to do anything? We're going to do something, I promise. Because of the 2 year in a row deficit, like it definitely hurts us, and so we've got to come to the Senate and to the Congress with a solid plan, of attack to make sure that this actually happens for us, because it's important to us. So let's see, anything else FOP related right now? We're just gearing up for that legislative session. You're going to see some endorsements start coming out. We already endorsed Rachel Mitchell again as Maricopa County Attorney. So that endorsement was already done. And I know I'm missing something, guys, and I apologize. Like I said, my brain is all over the place right now. I'm sure you guys can understand it. So let me talk about some other things here. Oh, I do have another FOP thing. I received a couple of people reached out to me and wanted to know my intentions for July, and I'm happy to announce that it is my intention to seek re-election as both your state president and your national trustee. It has truly been my honor, you guys, to serve you, and I feel like I've done a good job. I know there are some things I can do better, and I'll get to how that's going to work here in a minute, because there is a massive change coming that's going to make my efforts a little bit easier for me to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to help grow our FOP and national. And so I've been attending our national board meetings. Anyway, back to, like I said, it's been nuts. But yes, I am seeking re-election as both your president and your national trustee, and I hope I've done enough to earn your trust again over these last 3.5 years, and the 6 months that are going to come up here before we head out to Prescott again. Oh, and I do want to let you guys know the state conference, I know it got changed, or no, I'm not sorry, the state board meeting, I know the date got changed by 1 week. That's my fault. I will take full blame for that. Because of my canine that got shot, we obviously have to go get a new dog. We're giving the handler time, so we're going to be going to Adler Horse in Riverside, California in January, and I need to be there because I'm training my replacement sergeant, because I have also officially announced and started the paperwork for my retirement, which will be January 25th of 2024. I am leaving the drop a little bit early, but I have, I've had a wonderful career. By the time we get there, it'll be 24 years and change. And my final goal was to retire as the canine sergeant, and I'm gonna live up to that, and I'm gonna retire as the canine sergeant. So, what does that mean for us as FOP? That means my availability grows tremendously. I just this previous Monday, I missed a meeting up in Mesa that I really wanted to attend, but the things going on at work, there was no way I could make it. So, with the retirement, if you guys will have me again for another 2-year term, I can assure you, you're going to see me a lot because I'll have that availability. So, that's happening there. All right. So, last but definitely not least, I hope everyone had a good Halloween. It was pretty quiet because it was a Tuesday night. So it came and went. We didn't even my wife and I didn't even realize it was Halloween, and our neighborhood we don't get kids, all that stuff. So anyway, so I hope you all had a good Halloween, and coming up right around the corner here, for all my fellow veterans, happy Veterans Day. I wish you all the very best. And then for my brother Marines, happy birthday. And sister Marines, sorry, not forgetting you, I promise. But happy birthday. And then because there's just no way, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to get back on before Thanksgiving. So please have a very happy Thanksgiving. Try and spend it with your loved ones. And try and take a minute just to pause and remember those that aren't having Thanksgiving with their families. Whether that be because they're working out there on the front lines as a first responder, or whether it's somebody that we lost. So I really do look forward to continuing to serve you, and I hope I have your support in that. And with that, I am going to call this video over. Because like I said, it's chore day, and I got to get to work. My real boss, my wife, the wonderful First Lady, I got to do what she says. So I got to get to work. But with that, please stay safe out there. Please take care of each other. And again, as always, if you have anything, you need anything, please reach out. Let me know, and I will do what I can. And I look forward to seeing those of you. I will try. I'm going to try very hard to get a video done either right after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas, somewhere in that time frame, and then the next one after that would be after the state board meeting. So, anyway, that's a lot of stuff you didn't need to know, and you're like, can you please be quiet and let us go? Yes, that's what I can do. I love you guys. Stay FOP strong, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.